And Mauro Couto has scored to start the comeback here once again.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. Pretty standard episode for us, just to calm down in the penultimate episode of this season. First game of the day, we're playing against Viking at home, 5th place team at the moment in comparison to where we sit in 3rd place, and then after that we are going away and playing against Valerenga, who sit in 8th place at the moment. So two tough games, but should be pretty straightforward games. As you can see, we currently sit in 3rd place. Some very, very good football we're playing. Finally, just as good as we were a few seasons ago. All the issues we had have been rid of, and now we are playing the real good football that we need to be playing in order to get back up into these spots. So as you can see, 37 points, just 5 losses, 11 wins, 4 draws in total after 20 games. So over 50%, 55, it would be 55% win rate so far. Very, very impressive stuff from us. Since last time out, where we had that draw against Molde, we've played 6 games, 3 wins, 3 losses, so it's been a bit of a mixed spell for us, but ultimately we've got points, which has been important, and we sit 5 points clear of Steinbike in the next position, then 6 of Viking, who we can go 9 clear of today if we do beat them, and then 7 points clear of Sarpsborg and Rosenborg at the 6th and 7th spot. So if we're going to take a look at the rules, how they've changed, it's looking even better for us. If we get 3rd place, we would go into the Europa League playoffs. So we probably are going to be playing Europa League football if we stay in this position, depending on who wins the cup and stuff like that. I'm sure it all will be revealed. But if we take a look at the cup, of course, Molde are in the final once again. Looks like they might win it unless Rosenborg can get the win. But if they do, I assume spots will be moved or something like that. I don't really know. We'll have to see. But yeah, good position at the moment. We're playing some good football, and we've got 2 games today. If we win, we would secure ourselves pretty much some European football, because these 2 teams are in contention for the European spot. So very important games today. Hopefully we can come away with the results, and let's go and play this first game of the day against Viking. So the team for this game against Viking, pretty much full strength for us today. It starts with Pinto in goal. Got a back line of him, Jorgensen, Myra and Majun. Stengel, Dahl, Ennison in midfield. We've got Erline on the left, Kuto on the right and Norheim up top. Kick off here in this game against Viking, the more important of the 2 games. Really, we have to get a win. I'm not sure if we've been beaten at home actually this season, which when we were losing all those games last year, I said at home it's the place where I hate to get beat. So we've lost 5 games, and at home we have lost 0 games. So we're the only team to have not lost a game at home, and that record has got to stay the same today. But there's an early goal for Viking. I mean, for the amount of goals we score, we concede quite a few. We're the 4th worst in the league for goals conceded, but we have scored the most. And with any tactic I've ever used, that's the issue. I always just concede goals. I don't know why, but I also do score them, to be fair. So it's an interesting thing that happens, but we kind of need to score some goals here and not concede them, and that'd be the thing that always goes on, because we don't want to lose our home record if we don't have to. Obviously, the only team with an unbeaten record at home. I said how vitally important it is. When we were losing all those games at home last year, I said if there's one thing that it's hard to retain pride sometimes, and kind of hold some disciplines in football when there's so many things that can change and so many things that go on. If there's one thing I stick true to, want to kind of stay loyal to, it's keeping a good home record. And losing it, having it as bad as it was last year, just felt so annoying for me. It was such a bad thing, and now that we're doing a bit better this year with 0 losses in the league at home, you cannot complain. with that, and we have to continue to build on that and get the result ultimately in this game. Today we are playing some good football. That's an annoying early goal to concede, but I think we can go and find these goals to go and tie it up and hopefully win the game against the team we need to get a result against if we want to confirm ourselves in a spot in Europe next year. It's an important game and you have to do well against these good teams in the league. But we have been playing well. Obviously, 2 games today and then 6 games between that, and then it will be the final 2 games tomorrow to wrap up this season. And then tomorrow the day after, I should say, we will be on for qualifiers, I believe, depending on where we get. If we have a really tough game, then or like I'm losing the first leg bad, then maybe the episode will be recorded at the second leg and we'll go from there. But I'm not too sure really. We'll have to look because as we saw I never want to underestimate how was that gone in. How was that actually gone in though? That is absolutely crazy that's gone in. Our home record definitely under threat here. As I was saying, I don't want to underestimate an opponent ever, but from what we saw in our qualifiers this year, they were very straightforward against teams like, Ljubljana, who I expected would give us a really tough game. We managed to get the result against them, so I don't think it should be too much of an issue. The issue we do have though is in this game. This is the first game on I've had in a few hours. Maybe that's why we're losing and Football Manager is coming to curse me once again. But if we can come back and pull at least a draw, that would be a nice result. But nothing is just coming for us here at all. Norheim running with that ball and he runs into traffic. Can't do anything with that. He's playing a bit deeper in this role. I've started him up top because he has not just stopped scoring. So I'll see how he does. The Viking player is through on goal and it's 3-0 inside 25 minutes. And this is just a ridiculous result. I don't know how it's possible we can lose this way in 3-0 in 25 minutes. It just makes no sense, to be honest. From the football we've been playing, for this to be a result, it's very annoying. Very, very annoying. Are we going to find some goals here? To pull off a bit of a comeback, we need to find them quicker, sooner rather than later, if we do want to. Or is there going to be more goals for this Viking team? Very undeservingly, to be honest. I don't know how it's possible we've allowed this because it just don't make sense. But what can you do, really? Bajoon down this right side. He plays it into Kuto. Kuto, he goes into Dahl. Dahl into Bajoon. Bajoon's through on goal here. He has the shot and he pulls the goal back for us. Keeps us alive in this game. Takes the sting out of the Viking momentum and we get one back. Lots to build on, but it's a goal, it's something, and if we can pull off the comeback at home, I've had games like this before where you're losing 3-0 at home, but I've never been able to really pull off the entire comeback. If we could do it here, that would be quite remarkable. I would be very, very happy with that, and especially from the position Football Managers arguably put us in, I'd say to pull it off would be very, very good. Him plays it in Stenjo here. Stenjo with the shot, and it has gone in now. So is there hope of a comeback here? 3-2 the scoreline now. 10 minutes left in this half, and you start to think there's a bit of hope for us here. From the hopeless position we are in, we're crawling back out of it. And the score is 3-2 now here. If we lost 3-2 at home now, it would be a bit more credible than losing 3-0 and collapsing in the way we have. At least we put up a bit of a fight, but there's still a result in this game for us, I feel. As Kuto is bursting down this right side, he squares it. Dahl is in the middle and it's bounced off a Viking defender near the goal to tie up this game and complete the comeback. It's very disappointing how we played at home. I think Football Managers heard what I've said about losing at home and has just caused this. Apparently him has played this ball in near post. Norheim is there. His header unfortunately going over the bar, but yeah, I think they have just cursed us a little bit because I was saying about the home record. Test of patience, I think, is probably what's gone on here. But the half-time whistle is going to go. 3-2 the score now. Very eventful first half. And there's a lot of work to be done, but there is still something for us in this game. I can sense it. We're going to encourage the boys, and we've got the ball. We're creating the chances. All the momentum with us. And we just need to find the goal, at least, to tie it back up to 3-3 in this game. 30 minutes to try and do that. We've got the momentum, everything we need, but it's just not coming for us. Can we find a late equaliser and, save our skin at home? Even if it's a comeback, but it's at home, and it does feel a bit annoying that we've gone 3 down, but if we can show a bit of spirit in front of our fans, I guess that's the positive you can take away from this game. But we do lose out on that ball. Viking not even going to try and hit us on the counter-attack here. really trying to defend their lead. I think they are aware of the threat that we have, and in our own stadium as well, we can score goals. They definitely know that. As Ennison could play Norheim through here, and that's exactly what we've done. Norheim is 1-on-1, and I think he's offside. I think he might be offside. But if this goal does stand, we have completed the comeback, and the goal does stand. The arms are in the air. Norheim with the goal. That's exactly why I've trusted him. Just look at this play. Myra into Bajun, Kuto, Ennison, one-touch football. Ennison's just spotted the run, which I've seen from seconds ago, and it's an amazing goal from range to tie this game back up, and it leaves 30 minutes to try and find a winning goal for one of these teams. And with the momentum that you'd think it's still on for us. 3-0 down inside 25 minutes. It's taken us 40 minutes. We've shown a bit of character, and deservedly we've removed the curse. Finally, we've removed the curse. Pulled it back to 3-3, but Viking could be through on goal here. The shot is lined up, and it's just gone straight in. Oh, wow, wow, wow. We are... It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We need to just go again. Find another goal. We've already found 3 in this game. I'm sure we can find a few more to try and get a result from here, but it's a mistake at the back, I think. That's caused the issue there. If we take a look, it's just a header straight over. It's Myra, I think, who's been caught out. Very disappointing for the young lad there at the back. We'll give a bit of encouragement. We still have the momentum, in my opinion, and we can find the goals that we already have in this game. Ennison's going forward here. Where can he go? He's taking his time. Down this left side, he might look to try and whip a ball in. The number 17. Down this left side, he's taking it all the way back post. Kuto is there. What a ball that was. From the very corner, he's just driven it in. Bajun into Dahl. Kuto plays the ball in. Norheim is at the back post. Norheim with the header. He's put it straight over the bar. Oh, that is a wasted chance from Norheim there. We still have time. Can we find some goals? Or is Viking going to take our unbeaten record at home? And they are as well. That is such a bad goal to concede. This game is just so annoying, honestly. I cannot believe we've lost in this way. What can you do, really? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We can score goals, but we definitely do concede a few goals. I don't know how we secure this. Maybe we need more defensive improvements. I think that is probably the case. Maybe some new wing backs. I mean, Jorgensen is leaving, so we're probably going to have to sign a new centre back as well. All to consider, but this has been a very disappointing day for us. I mean, it's probably because we're still in the positive mentality. It's just poor stuff there. Who is it at the back who's just giving that ball away? It's Stengel who's just giving it away, and he needs to just take his time on the ball, bit of composure. Get us flowing into the groove that got us the 3 goals as Norheim is through on goal. He's held back. It's going to be a check if... Is it a red card? It's going to be a check if it's a penalty, but it's not a penalty. It's well outside the area. That is very, very frustrating. Is it a red card? It is a red card. Wow, you already know what that means. We are going on the attacking mentality. We're going to make a few changes here. I think we bring on a rear guarder, and I think we put Norheim into the midfield, drop them to swap them around and drop Ennison back. See what goes on with this free kick. Erline with the free kick, and he has got a goal. 5-4 in this game. And we are still alive, and with Viking on 10 men, you would think we can snatch a result here. If we can come away with a point after everything that's gone on here, I mean, I would just be happy with that, to be honest. It pushes Viking back down to where they were before this game, and it also helps us, gives us some extra points, and it just calms us down, you know what I mean? It's been an absolutely insane game. Is there time for one final goal in this game, and will it go to us? If it does come, there's going to be 7 minutes added on. Surely we find a goal in this game. We've already found 4, but Viking have found 5. Time is ticking, and the full-time whistle goes. That is extremely disappointing. No words. Next game. Simple as that, really. So the team for this game against Valerenga, pretty much the same as last time out, apart from our centre-back pairing. It starts with Pinto in goal, backline of him, Norby and Ramage today, and Majun on the right, Stengel, Dahl, Ennison, Erlang, Kuto, and Norheim up top. Kick off here in this game against Valerenga. Still, we need to, we need to go and redeem ourselves off the back of that disappointing home loss. Just as I was saying about our unbeaten record, that just happens, I guess. There's nothing you can really do about it. Some poor goals conceded. We pulled it back, but I have got no idea what went on, to be honest. It was a kind of a fever dream. It's just some So it's one of those crazy games, really. But we can bounce back here. Another important game for us against the team in contention for these European spots. We can kind of kill them off and make sure they don't qualify. As you can see, they're 4 points off for them. It would be harsh, but we're also in our own pursuit, and we need these points to go on and get those European spots. We're in a very good position to go and do so. If we win today, I think we go. Let me go and take a look. We would go for 6 points clear of Viking, and then we would go. Where are Sarpsborg? Yeah, Sarpsborg are winning. I assume Viking are drawing somewhere. No, it doesn't look like they're even playing. So Viking must have lost a game prior to us. So if we win, we would also go 4 points clear of Sarpsborg, in a very, very good position at the moment, as you can see. Lots for us to still do, but this time tomorrow you will see if we have made it or not, and then it's on to wherever whatever type of European football that there is in store for us. But still a lot of work to be done here. Hopefully we can go and get over the line. But yeah, it's been a good season for us. Very, very convincing. Even with the amount of goals we conceded, we still sit on a good goal difference, and I think that's probably the best metric to see whether or not you're kind of a good team, I guess, and we are in a very good position. It's just, look at Mulder, man. 38 goal difference, 57 points out of a possible 66. That is just absolutely crazy. So they've had 3 draws and one loss or something like that, and 19 wins, or 18 wins. It's just crazy. How are you supposed to compete with teams like that at the same time when they're spending money, loads of money, 10 million probably they've spent, and we've just had a record sale, obviously, in Jorgensen for 4 million. It's tough to compete. One of the boys from our own youth academy, how can you compete with stuff like that? It's going to be tough in the next few years, but I guess the league isn't really our focus. I mean, Bodo Glimt have never won the league in our time here, and they just reached the Conference League semi-final. We're going to have to study how they did that, maybe even take some of their players who were in the squad who did that, because we need that experience. We need players who we know can go on and do that. So it's something we have to look into, and the fact that they've got there is really good for us because it helps the coefficient as well, the European performances. It means we get these better spots because obviously we've got the 5th spot now, but I think we also get better spots because we've moved up in the coefficient. So like we get 3 Europa League spots or something like that. It's very, very good, and if we go into the Europa League, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's really weird because we want to get the Conference League, but if you qualify for something better, how can you help that? I don't know, really. We have to I want to go back into a European season. I think the first one was a bit of touching the waters, testing the waters, but now this next one is, we need to give it our all serious campaign, but also at the same time we need to qualify for the next European campaign. Big players we need. We need real players who will go and be consistent in that next season if we do qualify for Europe, and it's just going to be a huge season for us next. There's no other way of putting it. If we want to be serious in our efforts for trying to win the Conference League and do it sooner rather than later, I mean, there'll be minimum probably 20 episodes, but if we want to have a real proper go and become an established team in this European spot, we have to have a good season in Europe, and then also we have to go and qualify once again. We can't make the same mistakes that we did last season. Lots to be done as this. How is this possible? We just lose games all the times in episodes. How many times is it going to happen before we can get it looked into? Because this is it's absolutely crazy. 2-0 the scoreline now for this Valerenga team, and this does not help our efforts at all in trying to qualify for Europe. An extremely disappointing episode. I can't even explain how it's possible, to be honest. We win games off camera, but when it comes to being in front of the cameras, I think the boys just crumble, to be honest. There might still be time to find some goals as him down this left side, it's the ball in. Norheim there for the header. Kuto on the rebound. Kuto cuts in, left foot, takes a shot, and he's missed it. It's floating around, and no one's able to get there in the end. Stenjal now into him. Him has got a bit of space to run into if he can find it, but nothing comes for it. It's just such a disappointing episode, especially the fact we've scored 4 goals across this episode. I thought we'd get. I was extremely confident we'd get wins, and now if this does go in, it would be 3-0 to this Valerenga team. Luckily, it doesn't for us, and we do stay alive here. But it's been a disappointing episode. There's nothing really. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest. I really don't. There's maybe a goal for us here. Chance for a comeback. We've not got many players on the bench, so we'll have to make do with what we have. That ball in doesn't look like anything's come from it. Kuto is there. Kuto has the shot. And Mauro Kuto has scored to start the comeback here once again in this game. And we have a lot of time, you know. I think we can find it here in this game. If we keep just scoring goals how we have, but not being able to win games. There's 15 minutes left here. I think attacking might be a bit too extreme. We'll stick with the positive for now. 10 minutes to try and find an equalising goal, and if we can take away a point from this episode, that would be the best thing. But it doesn't look like it's going to come unless we can attack a bit, make some chances. We've got the momentum, we've got the ball as ever, but nothing is going to come for us here. 2 minutes left, time is ticking, and the full time whistle is going to go in this game. What a disappointing episode, really. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, bye bye.